Okay, I'm not going to use the axe right now. Although,
Posted you went down to Mexico, had your trip. He's like, I waited all year for that. I spent a lot of money for that trip. I made the best of it. I was in pain. But the video looked so bad. Even though I totally believe him. That, he made the best of it. He was a tough guy and he wasn't going to. Those things on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever it is, don't do it. Even if you're messing up, and then
what about the flip?
sometimes can be misleading. And when you take out maybe one post, like that could have been a sentence within all the other stuff, but it definitely doesn't have a good connotation to it for sure. What do you think? So I think jurors, anyone's being hypocritical, these comments that said, oh, so what? He says to his daughters, I'm famous. Right. That doesn't mean he's not hurt. If it was really from him to his daughters, which is odd to call it a post, but if you're just saying to your kids, I'm famous, you know who I get. But it sounds bad if you, again, you see what you
Okay,
learn.
this is the main fight. I need to re-roll before this fight.
I don't agree with that on its own. Now, if there's a lot of other evidence,
This burger is
put it all together,
important.
you got a problem. That's different.
I guess I might as well get rid of the money now. I don't need money anymore. The fight is it. Yeah, actually, this one I don't need money at all. Yeah, I don't need money on this level now that I think about it. I just need to get prepped for the first fight.
And you'll say, why don't you read the next few lines? And then it's like, oh, okay, there's.
All right, I think we're ready. Let's go.
You're only looking at
I shouldn't have explosives on this guy also. Oh no, dice works. Yeah, it just has a small percentage chance of working.
You've literally said to them, keep reading so we can see the rest of it. What advice have you given to your clients in the past about
Yeah, it worked.
trial about what they're posting on social media, how to protect themselves?
I'm just like quickly going through
The
this.
problem with social media is people post it from the moment they're in the incident to before they hire a lawyer, and they're not thinking someone is going to try to twist this against me. But when people come to us, we tell them, you need to understand that people are going to be looking at everything you wrote one day and everything you posted. So don't do it. Even if you make your account private, they can still get it. So don't post things on YouTube. Don't post things on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever it is. Don't do it. Even if you're messaging to your spouse, friend, whomever it is, they can get that also. So this stuff, when you go into a lawsuit, it's all discoverable. It's stuff that you wish that you hadn't done and posted. And lots of times when we tell clients to do it, they still do it. And we're like, remember that one, the ski one we had? The guy was really hurt. He had a rotator cuff surgery. It was bad. And he posted something of him doing those skis up in the air. And he's like going flips and flips. He was really good. And you're watching this guy do flips in the air. Those, I forget what they're called, but it's like the air. It's like a wakeboard. Yeah. Has these powerful jets underneath it. Yeah. And he was doing flips in the air. And, he's pointing out, he's like, look, I can't even move my arm. Yeah. Okay, but dude, what you just posted is more than anybody can do. You're flipping in the air, you look fine. And you posted you went down to Mexico, had your trip. He's like, I waited all year for that trip. Yeah. Spent a lot of money for that trip. I made the best of it. I was in pain. Yeah. But the video looked so bad.
Yeah,
Even though
sounds bad.
believe that, he made the best of it. He was a tough guy and he wasn't going to let it ruin him. Yeah. But that video was so harmful because if you even post, it's 4 weeks after a collision, you've had surgery, and you go, going to see a movie. If you wrote everything, you go, I want some semblance of my life back. I'm going to go to the movie theater for the first time in a month. I left early. I had a headache. It was awful, but I'm glad but you don't post that. All you post is going to a movie. Now, 2 years later, it's like you were fine after a month for this one.
Had been a very high functioning, high energy person. He was every day doing lots of things, meetup groups, skiing, wine tasting, volunteering for various organizations, and so forth. But after his accident, he deteriorated abruptly. And many of the activities that he used to do, he stopped doing, like dancing, for the most part, his skiing activities. His personal interactions with his children and his grandchildren suffered.
You know why that was interesting to me? What they're saying is he had a traumatic brain injury. And they're using a neuroradiologist to come in to say he had a traumatic brain injury. But that clip, we're only seeing clip, wasn't about here is where we see in the scan the damage to the brain that's indicative of a mild traumatic brain injury. That correlates with this. We just see him talking about, in effect, things that subjectively reported. He was saying before the collision, he was a super active guy, and afterwards, here's all the things that fell apart.
Right.
But
Not
that's
bad.
Usually the testimony of a neuroradiologist.
Right, normally they're looking at the scans and saying, this is where the.
Objective
Right.
evidence of what you've heard subjectively.
You learned that Mr. Sanderson broke 4 ribs.
Yes.
Okay. And that he sustained a concussion.
So far, so good.
Okay.
We have a
Then
good
went
we have a
on
good
this
grinding
long
level.
toboggan.
Yes.
Did you learn of that day?
No matter which character I play, I can always win this level. I think. Lonesome will be the final test, but I think he should be fine.
Yes.
Sorry, I was gonna
I don't
say,
think Lonesome is worse than the other
you have to keep in mind
guys.
when
I might be
you're
wrong.
in a crash, right? Your psychology is
It's
not
about how many times I've
necessarily
upgraded the characters,
indicative of
partially.
the person who
I
perpetrated
think.
it.
I would hope.
So the answer to the question is no, you did not
I did
inquire.
not. I understand that. Why, if you're in an accident, you don't ask how the other person is. Like, you're more shocked, you're more worried about what's going on. I do think that Gwyneth came off a little bit defensive. Again, being judgmental, like you said before, I would think just as an actress, you would remember the person's names, you're remembering so much stuff.
You think she was pretending that she didn't?
I don't know, I'm just surprised at that. Like, how did you not remember the lawyer's
But
name?
usually you don't see when I'm on cross-examination. Usually people don't go, well, Mark.
When you're in a jury and you're a plaintiff or defendant, you're in the courtroom the entire time. Like, they say the person's names over and over again. But I do understand why.
I'm focused on remembering a script.
I mean, it's a way to try to make her out as some cold, uncaring
Yeah.
person, but you'll need more than that, right? Maybe they had more than that, but you need
Yeah.
more than that.
Communication just feels like I can't connect. And so I keep trying, desperately trying. And yeah, personality changes is not something that I just know it's different. Things are weird. I've never been so relying needing maps. And so
Yeah, screw it. I don't want the knife.
I'm pretty sure I've
The
lost
knife is the worst weapon.
because it doesn't knowing those turns and
Even if I can get it to rank 3, it's not worth it.
that feels like, and I know a little bit about that, that feels like a deficit I have. That doesn't, I don't retain that anymore. I can be there a dozen times and I still have to use maps to make sure I get there. Really odd.
Here's the problem with myotraumatic brain injury, even when it's real. You can have massive deficits, but you appear just as smart.
Yeah.
Your word choice is just as strong.
Yeah.
So you can never win it through your client. So he's explaining what happened to him, but he looks fine.
Yeah.
So for them to win the case, and again, I don't know what else is here that we're not seeing, but
Should I heal?
explaining their deficit. Someone else has to explain it because I'm not saying it's not true,
Yeah.
but it's harder to believe when he looks fine.
These types of injuries
healing,
are very difficult to win.
bomb.
I think the ribs show that he did get
Should I
hurt in
heal
it,
or
so it shows
bomb?
that he was hurt. But it's very hard to believe for a lot of people that
Yeah,
you
I think I'll just
got
use
run into
bombs.
and now you have this traumatic brain injury.
I should have went with the healing. Oh well.
Specific on the scans, I think.
Because my only real challenge is the boss, and the bombs are not going to help me with him. The healing, the healing of the syringe is the thing that would be helpful.
My choice, I would have. I had it, after 8 months, I had to tell her to leave. I said, I'm not asking now, I'm telling you, you gotta leave. And
Yeah,
Why'd you tell her to leave?
I never should have taken the dynamite in the first place.
didn't buy into this. To be not being the same person and coming into a relationship and said, I'm not sure I'm gonna get back to normal again. And I don't want you to feel like that I'm a crippled vet and you're gonna stick it out with me, because I know you would. I know you would, but
All right, let's get rid of the dynamite.
you need to run right now. And it was a sad time for both of us, I know. And she's in a great relationship with Bill now, and that was the purpose. And I think better than what I would have done, honestly. It's hard to admit that, but it's true.
$1 in symbolic damages, is that accurate?
It's an actual dollar that I'm asking for.
Okay, but you also testified when I asked you questions in your deposition, said that $1 is symbolic. Do you remember me asking you?
It's symbolic because the damages would actually be more.
Okay, but remember me asking you, you said, yes, it is. Yes. And I asked you as well, well, you learned about that from Taylor Swift, because she asked for $1 in symbolic damages, right?
And I think I said at that point I had not been familiar with it, but I since am.
Now you are. But at the time, a couple of years ago,
Okay, I think this looks good.
$1 symbolic damage lawsuit.
I was not aware at the time.
Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
No,
Overruled?
You're not good friends with Taylor Swift.
I would not say we're good friends. We are friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often.
Ooh, there's some things going on there.
Lots of stuff.
So there are advantages to countersuing. When you file a lawsuit, depending on the jurisdiction you're in, you go first. The person you sued goes second. You go last. By countersuing, you get to go in closing. So you give yourself with every witness and in closing another bite at the apple. Every time a pleading is filed, you give yourself another bite at the apple.
That's pretty
And it's a
clever.
way to say to the jury, we're saying he ran into us. So we're going to sue for $1. Why $1? She doesn't need the money.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting strategy because it's also belittling him making a claim. Because you're like, look, I was hurt. I went through everything that you did, and I'm not asking for all this money. I'm asking for $1. Like, it's just a ski accident. Who cares? I think that that's a great strategy. I'm not sure about the whole girlfriend thing. Like, why would you tell your girlfriend to leave? That doesn't seem that.
That didn't resonate to you.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like.
Seemed very tragic.
Like,
We always saw
It resonated with me.
different clips. I mean, every time I see her movie, she looks great, but.
Okay, let's just get crit damage. Let's get crit chance, I guess.
They usually always come back for the defendant.
Sure, because we're not giving anyone anything.
It's just the easiest thing to do.
Everybody go home. So when it comes to witnesses and how they testify, here's the reality. A witness has lived their whole life. They have the personality they have. Think of your brothers, your sisters, your friends. They are who they are. Now they're involved in something. Now they're going to trial. An entire personality, lifetime, everything else. And all of a sudden they're going to testify. There are things a lawyer can do to help guide that. But in the end, you're still working with the clay you're given. So my guess is when we saw Gwyneth Paltrow there, that was not so much her lawyer's perfect rendition of her, but him stepping back and instead of trying to manipulate that and have her act. Because if anything, it doesn't feel like she's acting, right? It felt like we got to see a window into who she is. Not the best witness we've seen, but at least she came across as real. And so I don't think that was as much a show that you're dispassionate, that you don't care, as much as just go up there. And of course they work for it to have her prepared. But in the end, you're still working with who you have.
I like doing this thing that I have here with the boomerang, the ice blade, the axe, and the gun. It's like I have them in a little square around the other objects, and it just looks cool to me. I'm just like, it just makes me happy to look at that.
I think there are ways to talk to witnesses to make them a better witness.
I mean,
I guess I'm gonna have to ruin it. No. Wow, really?
And to just remember, like she talked about.
Yeah, this is the way.
Like lots of times lawyers will kind of trip you up that way. So when I talked to you 2 years ago.
Doesn't really matter now, but I still want the crossbow just for fun.
She knew exactly what the lawyer was talking about.
This was the right move, even though I ruined my little square. Now it's a little square thing. I don't know how to describe it, but a rectangle, double rectangle square thing with the ice cube on the outside. You know what I'm talking about, right? Probably. I don't know. I did it. I beat the level with all 4 guys. It's a good grinding level.
Personally, I think it's a double-edged sword. On the one hand, when you're up there and you're someone who acts.
Upgrade. Let's go.
I have paid money to have me believe something about you that isn't true. You're so good at this. You're a professional. On the flip side, she's probably more comfortable in front of a jury, speaking in front of others. Even on a movie set.
Lying and acting are not really the same thing, actually.
There's so many people around that, many of our clients take the stands. First time they've spoken in public since, 9th grade in front of a class of 20 people. And this is way more pressure. So I don't think it actually helps. I think it can go either way. Now, we saw.
Oh, I gotta try out these new books. There's books that I haven't tried before. Okay, we got lightning. We got what's this again?
Johnny Depp may be
The magic book.
unusually talented, but in the end, it shows how.
Yeah, I've used that before. Oh, in the gray it doesn't matter anyway, because in the gray it doesn't even work. But there's a sniper book. So let's use the sniper book.
Especially if you're injured.
Snipes and damages the strongest enemy. Let's try it. I want to see the snipe.
And if you lie, it's always hard to remember.
All right, so let's just do let's do the no. Yeah, we can push forward now. We don't need this grinding level anymore. Let's push forward on Plains Morning. We can grind on the anomaly level. The anomaly level is actually really comfortable. I like it a lot. I'm expecting to maybe not do as well with the sniper book because the flames are very useful, I've noticed.
I think that it's like so passionate to them about I was injured, I do remember my deposition, and I think that they don't have to
I felt bad for that guy. I kind of like I would be siding with him over Gwyneth Paltrow.
That right there.
Thank you.
Four person. When you're on a jury, the four person, as lawyers looking at the jury, the four person is so important because that's the person who's gonna fight, fight, fight. So somebody often. So if somebody stands up as a four person, we're like, oh man. Like sometimes you feel like you know it's already gonna happen.
Sometimes for the better. Like, great, that's who I wanted as the four person.
Yeah.
I believe group dynamics are such that you take a 10-person group, you don't have 10 equal voices. There are leaders in the group. And so the person who is elected as four person very often sways the verdict in their way. I've had juries go for and against me with or without the four person. But we win way more when the four person's on our side.
Yeah. I just
Okay,
feel like
this is bad.
be on a jury one day, remember to fight for what you believe.
But only if you believe what we believe.
I agree on that.
All right. I guess we can. What's the weakest weapon here? This is the hook, right? This is more powerful than the hook, right? 135, 115. No, the hook is more powerful.
That people don't realize
Really?
right now, and I do not know her.
Okay, hook is even more powerful than ice pick. It's sword. No, it's hook, ice pick, sword. Ice pick's more powerful than a sword.
For the people at the other table, this is
Yeah,
the
we're good.
hardest moment.
Oh, we got the hook.
It's so hard that probably after like 20 years, I can't remember how long.
I think a little armor will do me good. Let's we can get rid of the ice ball. Tough choice, but I did it. That was another tough choice.
But the lawyers do have to be there for the verdict. Somebody's got to be there to take the verdict.
Yeah, we should do this. Morningstar is just not. Morningstar is just not that great of a weapon.
See how long he's taking? Like I said, it's like slow mo, man. You're like, come on, Judge. Shit.
Let's go, Judge. Come on. You've read it.
Was Gwyneth Paltrow at fault? No. Was Gwyneth Paltrow's fault a cause of Terry Sanderson's harm?
No.
Oh.
Obviously, if it wasn't a fault.
Was Terry Sanderson at fault? Yes. Was Terry Sanderson's fault a cause Gwyneth Paltrow's? Did Terry Sanderson's fault cause Gwyneth Paltrow's harm? Yes.
Whoa, really?
Comparative fault. What percent of the fault do you assign to Terry Sanderson? 100%.
Wow. They love Gwyneth Paltrow. She's a star.
What amount fairly
I feel like they didn't really. I feel like she won on her star power.
$1. Signed March 30th, 2023.
See that moment? That's tough too. That's the side that lost. They all just feel like they had their just punched repeatedly.
Yeah.
By Tyson in his prime.
Those cases are hard.
Wow. Nice in the front. What a weird thing to say. All right, we're not having an easy time in this level necessarily.
very straightforward. I don't think she came across as like the most like a professional witness and everyone loves her, but she seemed pretty honest, straightforward, telling her story. I thought that at times the plaintiff also came across well, but when it got to talking about his injuries and the breakup with his girlfriend,
The sniper weapon is fine. I'm hardly noticing it. It's not quite like the flames.
We didn't see enough of the lawyers.
Let's do luck.
I do have questions. That could probably be answered if I watch longer. Be interested to see, did they ever present objective medical evidence of a brain injury beyond just the initial concussion diagnosis? Because that's a critical piece if you're claiming you broke up with your girlfriend, you stopped communicating with your kids, you stopped going dancing, your life was totally altered. You want more than just a neuroradiologist saying this happened. You want something to show the jury and go, this is why we know it's true. What letter grade do we get? To Gwyneth and to the plaintiff?
I mean, I feel like it's hard because we only saw like 2 different clips.
You can't do that. Give a grade, teacher.
No, I'm gonna give them all C's across the board.
Wow.
Yeah, all C's.
Wow, C's. That's low grade.
What we saw here was about a C. I thought Gwyneth, from what we saw, was about a B. B minus, B witness. She didn't love being there. That was not her favorite thing. She didn't warm up to the idea. She came across pretty. Well, what'd you think about doing a cultural trial with me?
Money rolling in. Let's do it.
All right, she loved it.
Interesting.
So listen, everybody. If you want to hear more of
She
what
loves
we're
it.
what's
Did she really love it though?
get to comment, like, subscribe.
I want this ice ball so badly.
And
I can't justify it though.
Over here. You look somewhere near me.
I kind of want to take these 2 swords, but that's another thing I can't really justify. Can I? I had to get rid of the hammer. Let's do it. Maybe we can have a double sword. Double golden sword. Oh, no. So much for that. I want the armor hand. We'll get rid of this. So much for the double swords.
Here's the thing, we actually go to trial.
Oh, I shouldn't have kept the axe. I should have kept the double swords. Oh well. Oh well. I didn't realize that I already have a Merch 3 axe. I guess it won't hurt though. Having an axe is not bad. Well, we're back to having a hammer. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I don't even need money anymore from this. Let's,
6 surgeries, weeks in the hospital. She's suing for money damages because all you can do is you can't put something.
Yeah, there we go. This is good. Oh, I should stop re-rolling. Don't re-roll so much. Okay, we're not gonna re-roll again. We gotta save the re-rolls for later. Okay, we don't want any of these necessarily. Yeah, let's just go.
Unspoken promises that teachers trust administrators to keep. One of those promises is that when teachers sound an alarm that something is wrong, administrators will answer. In this case, on January 6, 2023, those promises were broken. And those promises were not broken by chance or confusion, but through a series of deliberate decisions that were made inside Richmond Elementary School.
First, beautiful suit. I'm sure you noticed that. Beautiful pastel blue. I love it. I think she is doing a fantastic job. I love how she's talking about the rules. I love how she's talking about that there was intentionality, that it could have been avoided, and I think she's doing a really good job.
What people would be surprised to know is, and I do not know this lawyer, but she practiced that start. She probably posted that start. She talked to other lawyers about that start. The power of privacy, right? The first thing you would hear. And what did she make it about? Did she make it about her client who got hurt? No. The jury doesn't deeply care about her client. The jury deeply cares about the safety of the community. And she starts out by focusing that this was not a one-time mistake. Right. It wasn't an accident. They knew what they were doing.
Okay, I got the gun.
On a much bigger scale than that one. So let's see where we go.
So do you think she's doing a great job?
To the degree I could judge the first minute, great first minute, but now she's got to back it up.
True.
anyone can say that this was a failure beyond that moment. You gotta back it up. But do I like the start? Yeah, and start focused on what someone who's hurt like this should focus on. Great job.
And to Dr. Parker on that day.
I'm not sure if I can pull this off. Yes, there it is. Now I can do it.
You're gonna hear.
That is how it should be. Nice.
It was a 6-year-old child. Who would think a 6-year-old?
I want this hammer.
Members of the jury, it's Dr. Parker's job to believe that that is possible. It's her.
No, I don't think it's worth it.
And to get to the very bottom of it.
I think she's doing a really good job. I mean, she's talking about the rules, she's focusing on the safety.
If I had replaced the hammer with the hammer, I would have been able to. That doesn't matter. Who cares? Let's just move on.
A 6-year-old would bring a gun to school, and I do understand how.
Sniper thing is pretty cool. It's just that
First of all, we've all heard of crazy things before.
Yeah.
usually it seems to automatically kill, but the things that most of my attacks also automatically kill.
For playing those clips, right? She focused on something that was preventable and choices that were made. So we don't get to see the defendants.
The sniper doesn't even stop time, so like a lot of the times the thing that you snipe is getting killed by something else immediately anyway. So I don't like the sniper thing. I think it would work well on a boss though.
Did you feel any assurances?
I think so. If I'm going to a boss level, I might like to bring the sniper attack.
Yeah, he was acting so weird.
And did you tell Dr. Parker that?
Like he was curled up. He likes to talk. So usually, he'd be talking or running around. That bag, we carried it around, His mom usually brings it in that week. She was bringing it in, getting settled. That was a week without, mom attending school or dad attending school with him.
So when you're talking to her,
Oof.
did you feel that you?
I feel like I might as well just throw away this armor. We'll keep it for now just in case, but I don't think it's gonna help much. This is just like a tiny security blanket. It will do nothing to help to save me from damage.
Blood on her leg. So I knew she was hit. On this side, I see Jen open the door, the kid screaming and running out. I felt like I had a bubble of God around me, and I walked straight to him. He was standing there with his legs kind of spread open, arms crossed, and cocky. And when I got to him, I didn't say anything. I took his wrist because I knew he shot with his left hand. I walked to Abby's desk where her phone was. I put him in between my legs, put my arms around him. I picked up the phone to call 911. I said, "This is Ridgeneck. A teacher's been shot. I have the shooter. Send help."
I'm a little confused. It seems like they did search the backpack.
I'm sure we're gonna find out more about that.
Yeah, because I'm like, how did you just not take the gun if you searched the backpack?
I think we'll learn more as trials on them because we only saw. We haven't
Yeah.
any of the defense opening.
Yeah.
You know, it was striking to me hearing her say, "I have the shooter." It's a 6-year-old.
No.
I have the shooter.
And that he was standing cocky.
Right.
Like
Wait.
Look at that. The sniper shot is 567 damage. That's actually not that much.
A 6-year-old can shoot it.
But no, it's a consistent 567. Wait, is it? Actually, I think it might just take all the health. No, I don't know. Sniper shot doesn't seem like it's that powerful.
I tried to follow up by getting
It's kind of hard to tell.
and talk to him and see what was going on.
So your focus was to go after that bag, right?
Yes, and him, to see what was going on.
You're just been warned that this small child might have a firearm in an elementary school classroom. So you took immediate action, right?
Correct,
You went directly to him,
correct,
right? And you sit down next to him, right?
correct.
And you're within the police arm's reach, right?
Yes, but
You sat right beside him.
he was here, and I sat next to him. He was balled up. I wanted him to talk to see exactly what was going on.
In the backpack, he wasn't holding it.
No, it was on the side, but he had his body close to it.
So the backpack was next to him,
Correct,
right? And you were next to him as well?
correct.
And you're the third in command of that school, right?
Not really, only when they're absent. I am not an administrator. I am a teacher with a specialized degree and certification in reading.
You're also not a 6-year-old child.
No, not at this time.
No, you've confiscated contraband from children before.
No.
Never as a teacher have I ever confiscated any material from a student.
I mean, papers, homework, something out of their book bag, like money, if the parents send it in, picture day.
Don't elementary school teachers, are they in and out of school bags all the time?
Correct.
Right? That's pretty routine.
Again, we did not, knowing JT, his behavior, his actions, and the other children being in the room, I was not going to cause hysteria. I did what I did. I sat there trying to help him based on that relationship, and then I went and reported. And I can't help what somebody else did not do.
Well, what do you think of cross-examination of the alleged third in command?
I do think she was pretty defensive, and I can understand why it's hard to be cross-examined. A good trial attorney is gonna make you feel on the defense.
Did you think he was doing well?
I thought he was doing a pretty good job with her. He wasn't attacking, he was kind of talking to her. He could have maybe been a little bit nicer, knowing she's an elementary school teacher. I think people, might have looked at her as not a professional person who's gonna be on the stand.
Definitely not a professional witness.
Yeah, she's not a professional witness, she's a teacher, it's a traumatic event, but I think he did a pretty good job, and I definitely am, in my mind, thinking if you
This thing is
find him
way more powerful than the spear.
in that backpack, why didn't you send him away? I do get that she reported it.
Yeah, I
and
guess
that makes
this is
sense.
good.
And I
We
do
should
think some of these things are hindsight is 2020, and we're only seeing a
this
sliver.
is 28 points damage potentially,
It's for the principal too.
The assistant principal.
But the assistant
and it
principal
heals
will
me
be
a little
held
bit.
lot more to a higher standard, because this is just
Yep.
a teacher.
Let's go.
Unless the other two are gone. I do
We got a
think
lot of damage right now. I think we should be okay.
Which is exactly what you pointed out is you can come at everybody. You can be much more
Crossbow
effective
especially is.
by coming at everyone. There's a jury, they're judging, and they're watching, are you being fair to this witness? So a professional witness who's super full of themselves and they're ready to fight you, you can take it to them. And the jury is going to usually give you more leeway because it's a fair fight. Would not have been a fair fight. I thought he was well within a reasonable range, and I thought he did a good job making his points on cross-examination. It would have been interesting if he had backed off a little bit to see if she talked her way into more trouble. But I have zero criticism. I thought it was a really good cross. But he, in theory, just to point out.
Okay, shotgun is king. It is the king of things.
Look, people would say never ask questions.
Oh yeah, this is the full gun. This is the Merge 3. That's why it's so powerful. I didn't even notice.
Which has not been true of the few cases that so far, and we're only a few minutes in, the lawyer we've seen has been good lawyer.
Why would they ask, you're not a 6-year-old boy, right? Why would they ask that?
I think he's just trying to make the point that you got a 6-year-old here, you're an adult, and you don't just trust a 6-year-old. Open up the damn backpack and look, do the same thing that you're saying we didn't do. You were right there. You were in the classroom, 6-year-old next to you, backpack, and said, grab the damn backpack, open it up, and look. Now you're here defending a lawsuit against our school for someone not checking a backpack who wasn't even in the room. And so he's trying to make that point. It's a tougher job than you would think because you don't know how it's going to play in front of the jury. You don't know what this witness.
I don't need any armor. I'm overpowered. Armor is for the meek.
The same information, and she was right there that the assistant principal had.
The defense would argue more because he even said it. You were with the kid. You were the arm next to the kid. The backpack was next to him. That's where the gun would be.
You know the kid better.
And maybe he did this, but he could have said, so when you know there's money for pictures in a school bag, you'll grab it. But when you think there might be a gun that can harm someone you love, you don't grab it.
Because the truth is, she didn't think there was a gun in there, and he was about to shoot the teacher.
Because that's two steps. Does she really think there's a gun?
Yeah.
Does she really think he's going to use it?
Right.
It's a crazy case. Good afternoon.
Dodge damage. Dodge defense.
Introduce yourself to the jury. So this is direct examination. This is the plan.
Need defense.
I'm Candace Warner. I'm Abby's twin sister.
And during those times growing up and early in life, did the three of you grow up on together where you could understand?
I shouldn't have used defense because I think I have no defense no matter what. If I increase my defense goes from 0 to 0, you know? It's like a percentage of, it increases my armor by a percentage. But my armor is 0, so increasing defense was a mistake.
Abby, before this time.
I should have increased dodge chance instead.
See that picture of her?
does that remind you of your sister for January 6th, 2023?
Full of light and spark.
Oh, there's defense, which is a stat, and there's also shield, which is different. Maybe
I'm going to change gears and talk about after January.
I don't know if defense contributes to shield or if defense is something different. So actually, maybe, but defense looks like a shield. Yeah, I think defense is shield. I think it's the same thing.
It is very.
Oh yeah, look, it's the same symbol. Yeah, so I think defense only helps when you have shield.
The person that she was,
Probably.
I feel like she's kind of lost her
Okay, there we go.
direction.
Now we have even more damage coming in, and no healing at all.
She doesn't want to go out anymore.
Oh, I should do this.
I don't talk to her as much as we used to. We talked about the unspoken twin language, and I don't know what she's thinking all the time. And yeah, I think that she had a lot to be excited about, and she doesn't anymore. And so that light has kind of dimmed.
I thought the sister did a really good job. She didn't make it so bad, like her life is entirely over, but she did say this has had a really big impact and it has made her different. Juries like to know that your whole life is not in complete crumbles and that you are doing everything you can to get back to a good spot. And I think she did a good job.
We got this. We got this. Yes.
I like the phrase she said. She used to have
Go, go, go.
now, so I imagine she went into a lot more detail. So
So this is a lay witness, the before and after witness, and it's a witness that's only about damages. She is not there to do anything other than to get the jury to understand the impact, because they have to use dollars for something dollars can't fix. Why? Because we don't let people get off the hook for doing negligent things just because they can't fix it. So there's got to be some way to we measure it with dollars, and that's her job. Her job is to get the jury to understand the impact. I hope later on, and I suspect that there were more details. Here are specific things she no longer does. Here are things she still does, but not as well. Here are conversations we now have that we never would have had. I think that when you speak generally as a before and after witness, it has value, but when you can get specific, so the jury can go, okay, I know you're her sister, but this sounds real.
You did mention an objectionable question.
Yeah, first of all, most people are not going to object when a sister's on the stand. And there was nothing wrong with the question, and I would potentially overrule the objection. It's silly, but he was leading her, right? He didn't just say, tell us more about the impact on your sister. Tell us what happened to that light is arguably a leading question. It's a stupid objection. There's nothing wrong with asking the question. He's trying to move it along. If they object and it's sustained, he'll just say, tell us about your sister. The witness already knows what you were trying to ask. Nothing wrong with the question. Some lawyers, to throw you off your game during emotional testimony, would find any reason to object. In theory, they could object to it. It would have been silly, but they might have done it and it might have been sustained. This is an expert witness that we're about to hear from.
My name is Dr. Clarence Watson. Clarence Watson.
And you're a doctor in what?
Psychiatry, forensic psychiatry.
And doctor, you're here today because at some point we had asked you to evaluate our client, Miss Abigail Werner. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you, as a result of that evaluation, have come to some findings as it relates to her psychiatric condition. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Dr. Watson, I'm going to ask you about the evaluation now.
Okay. I don't want to lock anything. No rerolls. Oh, my gems are so low. Jesus.
We agree only to offer those.
All right, well, let's take what we can.
Yes.
I just want to explain what's going on. This is an expert witness. He was hired by the lawyer to offer testimony on things juries can't do without the help of experts. So they're trying to bring in this expert to do that. That little phrase you just heard, please only offer opinions if you believe to a reasonable degree of psychiatric probability or psychological probability, whatever he said. It's necessary for the court. In many states, in most states, experts are not allowed to just give random opinions. They have to hold them in effect more likely than not. So that was like one of these things that the jury has no idea what you're talking about.
Man, my green gems are low, so low.
That, depending on the state, can be critical.
Your final conclusions and opinions. Did you have enough materials and information for you to make that clinical finding?
Yes.
That diagnosis?
Yes.
And can you share with us first what the diagnosis is, and then we'll break that down and explain how and why we got there.
Yes. The diagnosis is stress disorder. Yes, so the DSM, the criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder, requires that there is exposure. A person is exposed
My
to
God,
actual
I don't know if I should
or threat,
just use them all. Why not?
serious injury, or sexual violence.
And in your evaluation of Miss Warner,
I don't know what else I'm gonna do with the
obviously,
gems.
the facts of this case, but was there
Just
any
it
reporting
sort of means that I
from
can't
you
get these three ever.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, she believed that she was dying, that someone was trying to kill her, and that they had successfully made that attempt, and she was attempting to survive, and she was bleeding, and had difficulty breathing and panicking, believing that that individual was.
Let's see if Dr. Franz can handle this next level. I can't.
And in your review of her evaluation, does that check the box, so to speak, as it relates to the traumatic event?
Absolutely, it's almost. I mean, that's sort of a classic.
As an expert witness, I feel like it should be, oh, you're gonna do a great job. You're an expert witness, you get paid for this, you might probably have been doing this for a long time, but we know that's not always the case. But I know that is not always the case for expert witnesses. It's like, oh my gosh, what are you saying? You've never said that before. I thought you did a good job.
Right, I think we're done here.
When it
This
comes
knife
to
is not
objective
useful.
injuries or something that makes sense
Oh, I should have switched
and
the
is
gun out.
not subjective, I think it
Oh,
gives
shoot, and
a lot of
something to note is that she won with the sniper gun. It's, even though it was not probably as good as the flamethrower, but maybe it was as good because it was winning.
It's very believable that you are going to have some PTSD and that your life is going to be dim from what her sister said. So I thought he came across credible, and I do think that her PTSD is believable. I think
What do I do? This.
besides the part about if
Yeah, this looks good.
principal is responsible, but also how much of an impact has this had on her life?
This expert looks only to damages. How much money should be
We
awarded?
can get rid of the
Somebody with a
ice.
PhD testify.
No,
First, you have to be smart enough to
we
get
keep
a PhD. You're smart
potion.
enough. Then you have to be willing to
That was a tough decision.
take on lawyers in a courtroom. Many people who want to do that
Oh,
in that setting
yeah.
are sure they're the smartest person in the room. They come across that way. Experts are made to be cross. How he did cross, but he sure came across as down to earth and likable there. He seemed like a great witness, but if you get shredded on the cross, it doesn't matter.
My name is Abigail Swarner.
I think if you got shredded across, they would have shown it, probably.
I think nervous is the big one. Nervous, anxious,
What am I doing?
a lot.
Just tell the jury, how long were you a teacher?
About 2.5 years.
How did you enjoy teaching?
I liked it. I do remember it was stressful a lot of times. Being a new teacher, a lot of new experiences,
All right, I think this is pretty good.
a lot of ups and downs. I remember. Yeah.
So tell the jury, when on that day did you first hear about JT might have a gun?
It was before recess.
And do you remember who told you that?
Amy Kovac.
And if we can zoom in on the arm sheets that are behind your head, do you see those?
He has to worry about them
Yes,
blaming her.
Could you tell the jury
Amy Kovac or
No, blaming her.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go check? It's your kid.
That would be our
It's just a risk.
handbook, our school's handbook, our, I believe it's titled the Crisis Management Plan.
A lot of lawyers do ask the question. I said, ask like, how are you feeling? But I feel like it's usually so.
Bear armor.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but often I'm just like, speak to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, I have some armor, and
Yes.
and what are
I
they?
can get better armor potentially. So let's aim for shields. I do have a shield amulet on that should give me more shield items. Doesn't seem to work that well. Put it that way. I'm often frustrated with how many shield items I wind up with.
the screen, level 2, and level 3 behaviors.
All right.
I had that all on one sheet of paper.
Now we're kind of safe on damaging items.
Student behaviors. Is there a possession of a weapon listed?
Yes.
Possession of a weapon. And then next steps. That's for the administrator to do, correct? That was your understanding?
That is a leading question. She'll say, what is that? If she's afraid the client won't say the right thing.
And
I feel like as a trial attorney, you can ask questions like that until somebody says objection.
Even if they object, the witness already knows what you're gonna ask.
Right.
Sometimes if your witness is stuck, ask a leading question because they're gonna object potentially. They object, the jury may think they're trying to hide something, and meanwhile, you just told the witness what you want them to talk about. So now if you leave too much, you look like you don't trust the witness. But this is a really nervous witness.
And you could get in trouble with the judge. You know,
Yeah, well, I wanna win the case, and I'm gonna do it ethically, honorably, professionally.
Yeah.
But if I have a witness like this, let's lead her to help her understand, but not so much it looks like we don't trust her to answer the question. That was a good leading question, because if they object.
Yeah, it's fine.
Feel from here how nervous she is.
what did you see
Yeah, of course.
right before you were shot that day on January 6, 2023? The moment went by.
With the mirror armor, I could potentially just get all shield objects and no weapons, and then I could like kill people by them hitting me. That'd be kind of fun.
The look on the student's face is a large memory that
I don't know if it would really work.
It was like a very blank look. It wasn't a blank look at all on his face. Is that why you lifted your hand? Did you know it was about to happen?
Worth a try. I'm curious about it.
Yes. Yep. And what is the last thing you remember that day at the school? Obvious, I thought I was dying. I thought I had died. I thought I was either on my way to heaven or in heaven, but then it all got black, and so I then thought I wasn't going there, and then my next memory is I see two coworkers around me, and I process that I'm hurt, and they're putting pressure on where I'm hurt.
You can feel her thinking through her mind. I obviously want to hear more. If you're going to ask for money from a jury, like you want to really hear more. So this is just a short clip. But she's a young girl. She's a teacher, which is a very empathetic position, loving, nurturing, especially for probably kindergartners. I feel like you can feel her depth of emotion for what she's been through.
I agree, and I would add what the lawyer did by allowing her to get there. Stay back. They didn't try to help her client, even though it's hard to watch. It's because it's so raw and real. And allow the client their chance to express themselves. That's why you don't want to leave in this setting. In this setting, you want to go then this and this and this, which some lawyers do. Her lawyer is giving her the space, and you can feel exactly what you feel. But yeah, you want to know more. But how much more do you need to know?
I also think by letting her talk and process it, that's the time Ari gets to build that relationship with her and gets to really think, is this a person that I really believe? Do I feel for her? Because ultimately, if the jury doesn't like the plaintiff, they're not finding for her, no matter what, or him.
No one's trying to give millions of dollars to someone they don't like or trust.
Yeah.
Generally
So
speaking.
they gotta love her if they're gonna find for her.
At least connect. I was gonna ask too real quick, if I wish the people on camera could see you now, is they would understand the wrong people are on this side of the camera.
Yes.
This is often the man that's helping us put all this together, but today he looks particularly handsome.
These are tattoos that are
It's our tattoos, just any tattoos. Look at that. Look at the good-looking girl and the not-so-good-looking guy tattooed all over this man's face. Committed. Like, how many of you out there? When are we gonna get more of these? We need more people with more face tattoos of the husband and wife ones.
We do have extra tattoos if any of you guys want them.
Or just, go to a tattoo parlor and send it to us. Don't do that.
That'd be a
Don't do
little creepy.
that. No, what?
If somebody was like, I have your face tattooed on my arm.
So the only thing about
What if
that,
it was my face on some guy's arm?
that was what I was gonna say.
Is that okay with you? I do have
So,
some raving fans.
Generally, no. But what if it was just like our whole logo and it was like both of us? I'm still uncomfortable with it. All right, so only girls can get permanent tattoos of the husband and wife ones.
I know lawyers are typically pretty jaded because you do this a lot, but have there ever been instances where you or somebody you were in court with as a lawyer got emotional, like, teared up or cried? Because I'm sure there's certain situations where it's like, oh wow, this is really heartbreaking. I know it's not against any rules, but I mean, how hard is it to compose yourself if you find, oh, this is a really like heartbreaking situation?
So it is against rules. It could be unethical, and you could have a whole verdict thrown out for trying to inflame the sympathy of the jury. A lawyer is an advocate for their client, but also an officer of the court. So generally, it's not as emotional for the lawyers during testimony. Why? Because we've heard the story repeatedly. We've lived with this client for years. We've been preparing for weeks or months. So the story can be powerful, but if you're tearing up there, it would be unusual, right? Because you know what's coming. You've talked to these witnesses on the plaintiff side. And on the defense side, the way you're perceiving it, you're unlikely. The first time I ever almost got emotional, I was doing a closing argument for a client. The injuries were bad. And I looked at Hugh. He had probably been our client for 4.5 years. When I looked at Hugh while I was delivering closing, my voice cracked like Sean McDonough in The Trouble with the Snap Play. Again, when Michigan State beat Michigan, and I had to compose myself. In that case, my emotion was real. I wasn't expecting it, but if the jury thinks I'm trying to manipulate them, what a great way to kill an entire case. I think it can happen. I don't think it happens often. I mean, you're a professional, you're up there, you know what's going to happen. But sometimes you're talking about a client, and it's more than one occasion where I had to consciously go through, try to not show too much emotion, no matter how much I feel it.
We had one case where it was the drowning of a little boy, and they had the videotape. Do you remember that? And I just, that was gut wrenching. But you have to do your best to not show emotion, even if you do have emotion, because otherwise the other side can, like Mark said, say that you're showing too much emotion, and you're not allowed to do that, because then the jury can feel as though
you can be passionate.
Yeah, you can feel passionate.
I think we both bring that. I mean, we have passion, and I deliver at the right time with passion.
Yeah.
But I think that's different than.
You can't cry. Like, if a lawyer was crying and they're delivering their opening or their closing, the judge would probably be like, you can't be on this case. Like, they would literally probably stop.
There was a really famous, successful lawyer in Arizona who would cry during closing. Like, legendary for a lot of these cases. But that's highly unusual. It was a much smaller bar then. The judge and the lawyers knew each other, and it obviously worked. But generally, not a good move anymore.
About how you're still feeling physically and emotionally.
It's all looking pretty good, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's do this.
That's a good question. It sounds like a good conversation.
You describe how it is with your left hand still. The things you can and can't do, even to this day.
Funny, I thought her right hand was her finger goes down. It was her left hand. Shows you what I know. I identified the nerve damage.
Can you tell the jury when we have lunch together, are you able to open your potato chips, or do I open your potato chips for you? I asked you, we had
This will damage me, but I have healing. See, it's worth it.
in a box. And
But I kind of want this. It's an opportunity to max out my gun. But how would I? I don't know. Yeah, that'll have to lose something or other. Yeah, I think I should just not do it. Too complicated. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah, forget it.
Overall, I would say I do struggle with doing things.
This is why you and I always talk about you try to win a case through your client. On an injury case, you would like everyone else to come up and talk about all the specific things the client cannot do or the things they can do, but it's harder, so that you don't have to count on the client. First of all, the client has less credibility than anyone else because they're the one talking about it. Second, they're living it. And finally, I want my client, whenever possible, to focus on, in front of the jury, what they do to overcome it, not focusing on the injury. You can see, and I'm not at all critical, I think that this lawyer is leading in the right way. If they object right now, they look like absolute jerks. You can see how much she's struggling. She's doing a good job, she's helping her along, I'm not critical, but you can see why it's so important to not have.
Okay, there we go. Oh, the gun is nice.
Tell the story of them being badly hurt. It's so hard for them
The
to carry the day.
oh yeah, that was not like exactly a boss though, was it? Guess not. I'm confused.
But you're not counting on that. And I imagine that's already happened in this trial, just not some of the things we've seen.
One of the things that I love that experts also
I think the
do
sniper
that
worked well on that though.
do is they literally will show demonstrative the model of a hand. Which, by the way, we still have that foot model of the case that we're going to trial on. They can go up and show the actual model of the hand and be like, this is connected to that, which is connected to this, and I would expect her to have pain to this degree, and this is why, and this is what will be expected in the future, and this is how many surgeries she may have in the future, how much medical bills she'll have in the future, or arthritis is going to happen, or what we will expect her not to be able to do in the future.
I'm so tired. Dr. Franz is doing great, I think, so far. Partially luck though, isn't it? Like I got this awesome build. And sometimes you get stuff like this, sometimes you get nothing.
What do you mean? I'm on my own. So for those who want to log off now, it won't be nearly
It's
as good as
Jover.
by myself, but I'm going to do my best. So let's continue on with this trial and see what we got.
We heard from
Wait, how much did I lose just there?
She described a change in your relationship with not only her but friends.
I lose 474 points damage, but I hit everything. It's worth it. Even if I were to just straight up lose it, it would be worth it. But I should be able to. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
Like, I still feel connected and close, but it's also that feeling of distance, a little numbness.
Let's get rid of this. This is gonna kill us.
I trust
It looks much worse. My damage just decreased by a lot, but this thing changes everything. This beautiful shotgun hits everybody and knocks them back.
I can't necessarily put it into words.
She's looking at the jury.
Can you please state your name for the jury?
Sure, I am Dr. Amy Klinger.
And Dr. Klinger, what do you do for a living?
I am the Director of Programs for the Educator School Safety Network.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to offer Dr. Amy Klinger as an expert in the field of education, administration, and school safety to testify regarding professional standards in this case. Dr. Klinger, at my request, have you reviewed documents and information to determine if Dr. Parker failed to exercise any care or breached professional standards related to Ms. Werner on January 6, 2023?
Yes, I have. What have you reviewed
To give your
All right, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I want to do something useful. I don't have the sword anymore. I don't have the sword, the cursed sword. I don't need healing.
Then the other side says, oh, so and so didn't provide you that document, so you don't even know what it says.
I can go all aggressive.
Do you have any idea why they didn't provide it? So it's a balancing test because the money does matter.
the discovery materials?
Man, this is taking forever.
From the plaintiff as well as from the defendant, as well as the forensic services, the witness statements and incident reports. I've also reviewed materials related specifically.
Man,
to
15
the
is like a lot.
in terms of
So that's a lot of waves. I think I'm gonna stop after
their
this.
employee handbooks,
I'm tired.
those sort of things, both for the district as well as for Rich Neck Elementary. I've also reviewed the depositions, all of the actions that were taken
What do I do
from the
now?
various parties
Continue.
involved. I've reviewed the school records for the student JT.
How long have I been recording
And
for?
then in addition,
Oh my God, we gotta stop here. That's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye bye.
The forensic
Save your gameplay full.